bit, right? I'm losing my boner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we are back in the fucking... this is the worst part of the whole podcast for me, bro. It's where the fuck have you been? You, motherfucker. Bro, this is the first podcast we've done in like a month because of some bullshit, but we're back in the fucking studio and with a very, very, very special guest, not only to the show, but to my heart. We got my buddy, Alec from NorthwestFishing. Buddy, thank you fucking so much for coming on. I know it's not exactly around the corner for you, so it's very much appreciate that you make the hike up here.
I had an errand to do, so it worked.
Oh, you did have an errand. What the fuck do you have to do in Portland? But
bring your shit back.
Bring this motherfucker back. Which, by the way, how did that go? You did a wedding recently with this camera, and I want to know all the deets about it. I want to know everything in 120 and in 4K.
Oh, I fucked it up. I twisted it. No.
Saved it. Hell yeah. That's a redneck mating call right there.
It went well, man. It saved me a lot of stress grabbing that from you.
The camera did, really?
At least from your buddy, which was...
Yeah, because he's that way. I mean, I just did because he lives in Mount Angel, so it's not quite driving all the way up to Portland for you.
No, that was perfect because I had to get my clothes ready because I wanted to look decent for it, and then
you always look decent, baby.
Gear. Oh, thank you.
Salud. By the way, I got these peach flavored because of peaches. Oh,
that's good.
Are they good?
Yeah, it was. Well, they got really lucky because they planned it in April. And
that's a risk, by the way, in Oregon.
Yeah, it was raining all the way up until like the day before, and it was 75 that day. So they got really lucky with that.
Oh.
But got there, went and met his fiance, wife now, and just filmed like the getting ready and everything. And it was going smooth, and then all of a sudden, it just like time started fucking flying, and people started showing up, and I didn't have this set up. I didn't have any of my camera set up. So so their house is like here and where they're getting married. I was on their property and it was like a good 10-minute hike down to it.
Oh shit, that's a lot of property. So you didn't have to drive there, but it was a ways to get there walking.
That's how they're saving money, is doing it on their property. But I had to like run down there and I had a sweatshirt on. I was like literally it looked like I took a shower when I came back because I was
I'm picturing you walking down the hill like with your shit.
Well, then it was muddy, and I slipped and almost ate shit.
No.
So another thing is 2 weeks ago, I was snowboarding, and I went to stop at the bottom of the lift. I was hauling ass, and I caught my front edge, and I fell, and I cracked a rib.
What?
Yeah. Like right here. It still fucking hurts. And so trying to, like, that morning, I couldn't even lift the gear because it still fucking hurts.
Cracked rib, yeah. People, I only crack ribs at the buffet line, bro. That's the only. You cracked the fucking rib. God, I would have called everything quits. I would have been like, you know what? You guys should get married a different day.
God, it gets hotter in here with the fucking lights on.
It's the lights, and it's actually these are very. I'm gonna take mine off. Can you hear?
Yeah.
They're just here for sound check, and that's it.
I like them on just because I like to hear my own voice, but
yeah, you do. I like to hear it too. If I
sweat on camera, it's because I'm
going to take 5 hours editing just to hear your voice over and over. It doesn't take me that long to actually get it done.
But I wore all black, so after I was done sweating, setting up all the cameras, people were showing up. I had to throw on long sleeve stuff, and everyone's like, "What? Did you put gel in your hair?" I'm like, "No, I'm just fucking dying."
You should just be like, "Yeah, it's a new look I'm going for. How do you like it?"
But I was nervous up until it, and then once things started rolling, it went pretty smooth. There was a photographer there. She helped me through a lot of stuff because she was. Like she's done like 30 to 40
I was going to
weddings.
ask you about that, about the photographer, and that's not her first rodeo, right? She had done weddings and stuff before?
She'd done a ton, so that was really helpful. Like, we kind of worked together, and it went smooth, and the edit's looking good so far. So
nice. I was going to ask you another about that, too, because, dude, weddings are not meticulous, but...
It's just like one shot, and that's all you got.
Yeah.
Does it look like I'm sweating? I feel fucking warm.
No, you look hot, though, if that's what you're asking.
Well, and then alcohol, too.
By the way, I'm going to fucking compliment, or at least comment your shirt. No, it is a compliment. It's pineapples and flamingos, huh?
Dude, springtime.
It is radiating. I know. We should get a fucking fan in here.
It's the lights.
It's the fucking Troy. Troy was actually supposed to come pick up those lights because all the lights actually are all Troy's. Oh, really? So shout out to Troy for letting us use them. But
I was gonna wear a beanie. That's a good thing. I didn't. Dude.
I did put my hat back on, but when I was setting up, I took it off because I was like, every time I start getting and I feel like time is against me, I'm like.
Well, they got the lights on and then
nice.
Alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird not listening to myself talk. But yeah, man, I don't think it's something I'm gonna do again, just because it's intimidating. And once the time started like rushing, I was kind of freaking out a little bit. But
here's my question: did you do it? You did it by yourself? You didn't have like a deckhand?
Nope, I ran 3 cameras by myself.
I think if you had someone there helping you out, like change the battery on this camera or whatever, you know what I mean? Someone like just to.
If it was bigger and like. It was better because I knew them.
Mm-hmm.
But if it was that, I would probably hire someone. But then I have to pay someone as
well.
well.
Yeah, of course.
So I don't want to do that. But other than that, like,
because I'm not gonna lie to you, I've thought about, but
it's good money.
It's good money.
That's the only thing is keeping me like I don't know. I know real estate really well because I picked up the new client this week and I shot that and it went all right. A lot of shitty communication, but that's kind of how it goes with real estate agents.
Especially like from the get go. Like from the start.
Well, she said we weren't going to do any talking points because I've sent her what I've done, and then I get there and she's like, "Oh, we're going to do some talking." I was like, "Fuck." Luckily, I brought my shotgun mic, but
right.
Yeah. So, gonna start establishing myself in town though, because I'm tired of going to
the commute. Yeah, dude. People sell houses in Eugene. I'm trying to look for one down there, motherfucker.
These guys sell like large ranch style properties.
That's what I want.
So it was right by the airport though, so it was creepy flying the drone while planes were coming in and landing.
You were able to take off. Some of them are restricted.
It was like right there, like I was close to.
Like my family, right there on the border.
I can't say anything.
Say it, bro. You gotta pass with me. You know I don't give a fuck. Plus, I'm half. Only half of me will get offended.
Did you like the guy that filmed your wedding? How'd that go?
Yes, that's what I was gonna bring up because it's good money filming weddings. When we got married, and mind you, this is in 2017. Fuck, I hope I'm right. I think it's 2017.
She doesn't watch these, right?
No, she doesn't. So 20-something. It was my wedding was one of the most expensive expenses of the whole wedding.
That's what I've heard.
I think I forget the actual number, but we probably.
You said like 3,200.
It was like 3,200 for the fucking. Because then it was like he was talking like if you want drone shots, it's gonna be an extra fucking $200. You got to bring a guy who flies drones. I was like, yeah, and I was at that time I was like just rolling into my YouTube thing, so I was like, give me the wedding that you would want filmed for your wedding is what I told the dude.
It looked really good. I liked it.
It was really nice. I was very, very pleased with the product. Lupita didn't really like it because she's like, it's only like 5 minutes. And I'm like,
how long were you?
Because, dude, usually Mexican styles, the wedding video is as long as your party was. It's like a 12-hour video and everything is filmed and your whole church is filmed and then the limo ride, everything is filmed. And you don't want to relive the whole day during a day. You want to relive the experience, the highlights of their day. And then if you can do that cinematically pleasing to the eye, something palatable, then I think it's worth what we pay for it. And that guy, his name's Tyler. He doesn't do weddings anymore. He does I couldn't tell you what he does. He works for a company called Vessel Media. So he does like commercials and stuff and shit like now. So he's upgraded obviously in the videography community, but because even just recently, a compadre of mine was like, "Hey, who's the guy that did your video?" And I'm like, "I'll give you his number, man." But I don't think he does weddings anymore.
There's no short amount of people doing those.
That's kind of another reason why I was like, I don't know, because the competition and I know my way halfway around this camera, kind of, but enough to be like, yeah, I can film a wedding. I don't think.
Yeah, it took me a while. Like I was setting up the settings for it. I'm like, fuck, you got this so much different than my camera.
And I don't even know how I have it. I set it up once, like a year ago when I got it.
And you had 2 of them, and
I got 2 of them, but that's the kit lens. I'm looking for another lens for that one.
Yeah, that's the thing is Sony's expensive. So
I know.
I'm trying to get because 2 of my like longer focal length are both Canon lenses, but I can't use the autofocus, so it's all manual.
I mean, that's if that's the only loss you're taking is losing the AF on it, then.
Yeah, it's just annoying when I've had a lot of shots be out of focus because of
Oh,
that.
I see what you're saying. Okay, so they do sell an adapter then. You can use Canon lenses.
Shit. I don't know how to swallow.
So there's an adapter that you can buy to use Canon lenses on Sony cameras?
Yeah, it's a Sigma MC11.
That motherfucker, dude. I went into a fucking
like
shop
$100.
one time. It was like $100?
Yeah, it's cheap.
Dude, I went to a fucking camera shop one time asking a dude, and he's like, yeah, dude, you're on crack. Those don't exist. I was like, okay, thanks. Have a nice day.
They're all right, but yeah, like the autofocus is just like.
Oh, really?
Like crazy.
Oh.
Which I probably just fucked it up doing that. Is it good?
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
I felt like I looked professional. I'm in 3 cameras. The other camera was a Canon, so like the colors are gonna be really weird because it shoots completely different. But
Yeah. So when you did the wedding, did you have? Well, that's hard. That's a hard question to do as well. And for everybody who's not into cameras, I'm so sorry because this isn't. You're just like listening to 2 camera nerds talk. But I'm probably this is gonna be my last camera question. When you use the 2, because the cameras are the same. Because you also have a Sony A7 III as well, right?
yeah, so I had that one on a tripod. I had the other Canon on a tripod, and then I had the other one on the gimbal.
Okay, you're Sony on the gimbal.
Yeah.
Did you? I was gonna ask if you had the settings on the 2 Sonys the same, but I don't. What did you though? Because even though the lenses they take an effect on the settings too, like the f-stop and stuff, don't they?
Yeah, I switched it. Everything was how I had it like set up on my camera.
Okay.
So if you need to reset it, you can. But
I don't fucking know how to do it.
you don't use it anyways.
Bendito sea YouTube, bro. Holy, how do you say bendito sea? Holy be YouTube, right? Blessed be YouTube. Blessed be YouTube because.
It helps you out.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
where I've learned it all my.
That's where I got my PhD, YouTube University.
Slow way, man. So most of the cars I've fixed is because of YouTube. So
Most of the cars I've tried to fix. I'm a terrible hand. I'm really good at holding the flashlight for someone else.
I was lube tech for.
That's true. Like
2 years.
you were the Toyota guy.
Yeah, I did the just oil changes, but it helped. Like one of my best buddies, Brian, he was on mainline, and he's almost a master technician, and he's younger than me.
No fucking way.
And he's taught me a lot. Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but.
Some people are just born with it. It's really weird.
So yeah, I replaced like 3 engines today. I was like, I've been doing that on my truck for like 3-4 months.
I've been trying to fix my shit for about a year and a half now, but you did 3 today. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, Jackson just messaged me because his car took a shit.
It's been out of service for a
5
minute.
months.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He actually drove out here because I bought a rod from him. Dude, I bought a EXS. What are they called? The Loomis rods, but the bass ones.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I bought one of those from him, and he gave my hand a Range Rover. I'm like, goddamn, Jackson. He's like, nah, it's my parents, bro.
Dude, he's meeting so many. Like, what the fuck?
Did you see who we met just
Yeah.
recently
What
with
the
Charles?
Did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it.
So yes.
Yes.
Do you remember him from that? Because he was Bilson.
I do not. Brian Callen's from How I Met Your Mother.
That's where I first saw him, was on that, and then I watched his stand up. He worked with Barney. A1 steak sauce. Do you remember that? It's like early on.
I have to fucking rewatch it.
Yeah, that's where
You're fucking with me.
Yeah, I thought. And Thai Pig Patrol, which is like YouTuber, but
Yeah, I thought that was
just
big.
a comedian comes up and fishes with you, and then
Like
goes
a
and does
big time comedian. He has a podcast with Brendan Schaub, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The Fighter and the Kid or whatever. And that's like, it's retarded. I know, but
show. He was with Chris D'Elia for a while, right? They
I
were
think
doing
so.
stuff. Yeah, because he was always giving him shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy though. It's so cool.
Either way, that was like, fucking good for Charles. That's the way I see it. Like, I'm jealous because I wasn't there, but at the same time, I was like, dude, that's Charles. I don't know.
But like he's getting first recognition on the Columbia for sturgeon, which is like really sick.
Yes, and
Which
it's
makes
like,
me feel special because we got the whole,
yeah,
we get to go out with him, and like he's taking all the
Actually,
famous people.
did Jackson hit you up anytime in the recentness?
No, but I'm sure that's why he's been messaging me.
Has he been messaging you?
Yeah.
He wants us to go catch shad for Charles
I'm down.
in exchange for a trip, and I'm like, you mean go fishing twice?
I need to shoot that little documentary about catching my first 10-footer. So first.
Need help?
Yeah,
Let's do it. I'm so fucking down. I didn't know you were gonna do a documentary on it.
yeah. That's kind of what I want to shift my channel to, is shooting just more documentary style. Because that's what Cold Steel was kind of
That was so fucking cool.
Oh.
Those were some of my favorite videos from you, and I love everything you do.
That's another topic. I've spent 4 months trying to shoot the second season, and
Cold Volume 2?
yeah, and I hooked up 4 times on a steelhead this year, and I lost one right at the boat. It broke off as he was putting the net down, and then I lost 2 more 2 weeks ago, all on the Rogue.
They just became unplugged, just the last 2?
Yeah, he's like, all right, reel him in. We'll go to a different spot. I'm like, 1 sec, and it went down. It was a fucking big one too. And I'm just.
You going out with Logan?
No, it's a guy down on the Rogue. He hit me up and took me and my buddy out for a trip. It's like 3 hours south, but like that's where I caught my first one. So I thought it would be cool to like
revisit
finish the series. Yeah. But no, I'm gonna have to wait again next year because it was so cool. We went when it was snowing, so I have like all these 6 shots and I can't use them.
You can.
I don't want to do a whole nother season where I don't fucking catch anything. I was trying to like.
But if you do, you're just building up to when you actually fucking catch one. It's gonna be like, holy fuck.
But it took Logan 3 years, so I don't feel.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's why I don't do it, Alec. I don't think you understand.
I don't blame you, man. I want to get it done and get it done.
When she asked me for round 2, and I'm like, I wish you guys could have seen that. Oh, well, it's gonna be fun to edit.
GoPro.
It's loose. It's being a whore.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Like it was literally, you can hear me on the camera when the line breaks. I'm like, it's fine. Fuck it, dude. It's happened.
Instant denial. I'm good.
Dude, I've spent so much money trying to get those fucking.
That's why I don't do it. Okay, you're gonna spend more money than you're supposed to for a fishing hobby. Like if it's not your career, you shouldn't be spending as much as you do salmon and steelhead fishing. 2, you're gonna go out 40 times before anything exciting even happens, which I can appreciate because you're out in nature but I get it. It's fun. You're outside. You're disconnected.
We live here and we get used to it.
I drive to work and I see trees. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's that too. So it's like I don't know, man. It's just not. I went out. You know, want to hear a breaking CNN story, Fox News, whatever?
Lay it on me.
I went fishing today.
Oh.
I went fishing today with, speaking of Troy, with the hot lights.
Recipes. Haven't seen him in a while.
I asked him to come out today, and he was like, man, I don't know, man. I want to go, but I'm like, quit being a bitch and let's go, motherfucker. But he couldn't do it. He's in the middle of some stuff over there, too. But
what'd you guys do?
I thought we were going to do better, but just because it's hot today doesn't mean that the water's like, oh yeah, we're turning on too.
Mission Lake, huh?
Fuck Mission Lake, dude. I don't think I'm ever going back there. We went to a private pond out to a place where Troy's got permission to. We boated 6 fish, 6 bass. It's not, I mean, the biggest one was maybe 1.5 pounds, but
I mean, I caught my 5-pounder, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's my only big fish for the year because I usually get 1 5-pounder a year. And then I was just like, after catching that and then losing the steelhead, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to catch bass.
Thank you.
Springers, I want to go after some salmon. Try that.
Everybody's on. Did you? Where did you hop off of 205? Did you cross the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see all the boats?
No.
I went to work yesterday and all the boats were out there anchored up.
Yeah, it's getting that season. I want to get out there. I've never caught a spring. I've only caught fall Chinook, and you got your one fall.
Yeah.
That
Shout out Nick from Northwest Open Season. That was a fun trip actually. We were fishing for a fucking hose too.
Speaking of just other YouTubers, you realize how like each one of us has this kind of slowly died
fallen off. Yeah.
It was like this big thing, and then it just slowly dissipated.
It's
kind of depressing, man.
I know. I posted on my Instagram, my PDX Fishing official Instagram today with the picture of a bass that I caught today. And I looked at my last post, it said January, and I was like, fuck. And I looked before that, it was like fucking February. I was like, shit.
What, is it pandemic or what? Like,
it's pandemic. It's realizing that YouTube is super not, what's it called when there's a lot of it now? Congested?
Saturated.
And fishing YouTube is kind of saturated now.
Well, they also like. I'm not gonna name names, but you probably know who I'm talking about. Like, I've spent 7 years on YouTube, and I'm at 5K, and then someone comes in,
and then it's like boom, 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 boom,
doing
boom.
shorts,
Mm-hmm.
and now has 44,000.
Yeah.
And like I've been doing the same thing. I get 2,000 views, maybe a short, but I get 2-3 subscribers, and like I don't know how to make that. Like TikTok's cool
There's
and all,
there's
but
a there's
it's not what I want to do.
There's people who buy like ghost subs and stuff.
It's just like we spent all this time working on the hard part of it, and now there's kind of a cheat code to get in front of a lot of people, and it works for a lot of people. Like I'm gonna take advantage of that, but it's just kind of like I don't know. It makes all the hard work feel like it was for nothing.
It's maybe I listen to too many comedian podcasts, but there's a lot of comedians nowadays that say that new age comedians that are getting famous off of TikTok and like selling out shows now, which good for them, honestly. They're funny as shit. But a lot of like I don't want to say old school, but maybe the proper word is seasoned comedians say that's cool and everything, but they didn't rise to the level that we're at the way we did, because the way we did was going to the road, getting booed off stage, bombing in this city, and working your material together like that to then present something like the way I feel like the way we're doing it. The way you're supposed to go about it, and then the way nowadays you can just show up and
we had
cheat
to
code
it
it.
out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Figure it out to way to get monetized or whatever it is.
Not that we really did figure it out. But
yeah, not like we're successful and this is what we're doing, but
still, that's true. Because do you know who Noel Miller is? Have you heard of him?
No, he's not from New Girl, right?
No,
that's Nick Miller.
It's a Team G podcast, Tiny Meat Gang.
Uh-huh.
But he was a big YouTuber for a while, and then he started doing stand up, and he's selling out shows. But he's talked about how he doesn't feel legitimate because like he got his fame from YouTube,
something else. Gotcha.
But like he's been on YouTube since like he went from Vine to YouTube, but like. Nikki Glazer said like, no, you're like legitimate. You're not like posting a bunch of shorts and then getting famous off that.
Okay, I see.
So there's gonna be a stigma against it.
I didn't know how to do shorts on YouTube, bro.
You can clip your own stuff. It's easy.
Really? You just film in 9:16.
Just flip your camera to the side, or just using a phone. That's why I want to get a new phone so I can start doing that.
What's wrong with the iPhones?
My iPhone sucks. It's a 10.
So is mine, motherfucker.
Yeah, but the camera's shit.
It is, I know.
With all the 14s out here.
I know. Dude, you want to know something really funny? I have the iPhone 10, and for the longest time, me and my wife have been on the same phone plan, Cricket. And she's like, fuck that shit. I need the iPhone 14. So now I'm still on Cricket, and she jumped to Verizon just for the 14.
Hey, I'm on Verizon.
You know what, though? Speaking of my wife and her phone, she did it, obviously, for the new phone and the new quality. Mm-hmm. Today, she got TikTok monetized.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. So that's something I wanted to talk to you about, because obviously you had that viral video about the sturgeon on the kayak with the Barbie rod.
Yeah, I make about $15 a month, maybe.
Dude, that's fucking.
Bro. But I made $1,000 off that, which
that's what I'm saying.
Was not expecting that at all. That's the thing, is just like, it's cool and all, but it's like, I don't want to fucking be a TikToker. Like,
yeah,
that's cringy to me.
You can do it, bro. Dude, if it's paying.
But I'm just like doing silly shit. Like my last one where, did you see the bass hook set one?
Yes.
That one I was like, oh, maybe it'll be funny.
I thought it was funny.
Fucking 700,000 views. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I thought it was fucking crazy. And how bass fishermen set the fucking hook, you're like.
And then someone finally caught that it was a softball helmet.
Yeah, I saw that comment. You're like, it's the only one I had, motherfucker.
It's so funny though. I was leaving the pond and someone was going to the spot, and I have like a baseball helmet with me and a camera and like a tripod.
And they're like, what the fuck is going on?
Don't worry about it.
You'll see it on TikTok later, baby.
So that's mainly what I'm trying to like lean towards, is like the stupid shit, because that's what does well.
Little bits, bro. Like, I don't know. That's what it's because I'm also like a fucking pilot. But by the way, after this podcast, I'm going to tell you what the word pilot means. It's code word for something else. But actually, I think I said it on the podcast. I think I've said it on I did, huh? Pilot means retard.
Oh.
Just without saying. Have you seen the movie
You're
Idiocracy?
certified. Pilot,
Certified,
huh?
like yeah. You should see my plaque.
Yeah, dude. Idiocracy is awesome. And
It's
I
when
said
he
that
first
wrong
got
once.
there, and Justin Long is like the hospital interpreter guy, and he's like, "Dude, are you a tard? If you are, that's cool. My sister was a tard. She's a pilot now, so that's where we get it from." Anyway, so if you ever hear say the word pilot, it's
It's a
We're
good
not-
movie, but it's also freaky because it's
kind of accurate.
yeah, it's getting
I know. It's kind of like mad accurate. You know what's funny? I saw a TikTok today. Stupid tangent about that movie. I saw a TikTok today that the budget for the wardrobe was really cheap, and so the budget lady was looking for shoes that they can use, like that would look like newer but super dumb. And this movie was like I think in 2003 or something like that. So she found this shoe company that had ridiculous looking shoes and said, "Can we use your shoes for this movie?" And they said, "Yeah." And then so they filmed it, and then obviously during the editing, they were like, "What if these shoes fucking take off and actually become really popular?" And then this movie comes out, and all these people are wearing the stupid shoes, piloty shoes. I doubt that's gonna happen. You know what those shoes were?
what?
Rewatch the movie Idiocracy. They're all wearing Crocs.
No,
I swear to God. I swear.
4-wheel drive, baby.
They're all on fucking. They're all on off-road status.
Dude, I got Croc slip. They're not Crocs. Well, they're a Croc brand, but they're like flip-flops, but they're 7-Eleven brand ones.
Wait a minute. Flip-flop Crocs from 7-Eleven?
Yeah, they have like the little what are they, like little charms you put on them. It's got like a Slurpee and the 7-Eleven, and it's 7-Eleven like colored, and it's so stupid. But
Those sound pimpin', kind of.
they're like they're so dumb. They're cool, kind of thing.
You're gonna? They're in Eugene?
Yeah, I'll
Send me a picture of them, and I'm gonna plug them into this fucking podcast,
They're
dude.
fucking funny. Like, I saw it on Instagram and I sent it to my mom for Christmas. I was like, I don't know why I want these, but I do.
And
But it's like old school 7-Eleven colors.
like the green and the orange and the white.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah, they're sick.
No fucking way, dude.
It's got a little taco and a burger. And no hot dog though. That's what I used to get when I was stoned. Just walk down to 7-Eleven to get a nice wiener.
I should,
And a hot dog.
You don't gotta walk that far anymore. And a hot dog. Dude, I used to do when I was doing Amazon. I used to go into because they got those like buffalo chicken rollers or whatever the fuck they are.
Little tubes of meat.
Yeah, the little tubes of meat. And I'm like, bro, 2 for $3. Like, let's go.
The jalapeno cream cheese one. I don't know what they're called.
It's a jalapeno. There's Monterey Jack. There's like steak and cheese. There's like a few different flavors, but they're all good. They taste good, bro. But
I'll make you shit your pants.
they make you shit your pants in the middle of a route, and it's not ideal.
Yeah, how do you handle that? Especially in Portland, every bathroom you go is no public access.
And then not only that, you'll see a porta potty, and you're like, yes, and you pull up, and it has a lock, like. The way I see it is like, where do you want it? Do you want it inside the porta potty or on the side? Like, I'll put it anywhere right now. No, but I mean, you just gotta. It's like this, and it's the dumbest thing, but it makes the most sense. If you see a porta potty, even though if you just went and it's unlocked, you don't know when the next one is gonna be, so you're gonna use it.
That sucks.
It kind of does suck, but it is. I feel bad for the girls.
It's in Perfect Foods. That's why it's covered in shit. You know.
You want to know a fucking really related, like, actual story? One time, not even that long ago, I put it on my story. I don't know if you saw profiles. I was doing it. You did? Yes. I was delivering Imperfect Foods, doing what I do every day. And then there's this thing called downstacking. It's when I bring all the boxes that are inside the van. I'll bring, like, the next 10, 15 stops close to me. Like, I'll hop in the van and I'll organize a little bit.
Yeah.
So I don't have to hop in and every single stop. I'll just go to the back of my van and open the door and grab the next box. I went in and I did that, not realizing I had stepped in dog shit. So I was like, I go to get my next delivery, and I go to pick it up, and I carry all my boxes up here because if I do this, I look like a pilot. So I put them up here, and I what the fuck? I feel something on the side of the box, and I look, like, is that mud? Oh, what the fuck? Dog shit, bro. And I look. Son of a bitch, I stepped in fucking dog shit. So it's like, and here's the thing, bro. Even though it's inside a box, you can't deliver that box, bro. How would you feel if your box of food
Came
with dog shit on it? Yeah, so I had to cancel like 3 orders.
You can't even wipe it off?
I tried.
Gross.
I tried. I legit tried. I was like, guys, there's Clorox wipes in the van, and now it just looks like smeared dog shit. And so
Did your freaky story come from
nice
delivering?
segue. No, my freaky story came from a place of chaos, Alec.
You fuck up a segue by saying nice segue.
I know. Now I'm talking about your wheels. I'm talking about your ways of commuting. No, I know. I'm sorry, but dude, for those who don't know, we're in the middle of moving, which is another reason why I apologize. It's been so long since we've uploaded a podcast, but we're here now, motherfuckers. So be happy, dude. We're in the middle of moving. I'm at work all day. I come home from work. Lupita gets off work before I do a little bit. She gets home around 3. I get home around 6 if it's a decent day. I get home, and then we're getting shit ready, going through shit, throwing shit away. What I didn't know is that Lupita got paid that day because she works at a school, so she gets paid monthly. She gets one check a month. Damn. And she hasn't set up her direct deposit. She's also part pilot, you know what I'm saying? But she hasn't set up her direct deposit, so they hand her a check. They give her like a physical, here's your thank you for working for us this month. Here's your pay for this month. She puts it in her pocket and leaves work. Before she comes home, she has to stop at Target to pick up a prescription because my daughter Selena was feeling sick, and she had a prescription to be picked up. Excuse me. So she wants to go pick up the prescription from Target, comes home. When she comes home, my mother-in-law is there, obviously, babysitting our kids. She's also babysitting my sister-in-law kids. So when Lupita gets home, she goes to the living room to help her mom with the baby because her mom has been with the baby all day. So she's like, I'll take care of the baby for a little while. Anyways, she does all this, and then finally her mom leaves, and when she leaves, she takes our kids as well. So when I get home, my kids aren't there. It's just me and Lupita. She takes our kids, and like, because Selena's also sick, but we have to clean the house. You know what I mean? So it's like when there's no kids, it's easier to get shit done. We're not done cleaning, but we're done for the night per se, and we're kind of just hanging out in the room and talking about how we're gonna set up the room in the new apartment. When Lupita goes, I'm like, what? She goes, and I'm like, what are you looking for, bitch? Like, how can I help? Like, my check. What about your check? I got it today at work, and I put it in my pocket. It's not fucking here. And I'm like, okay. Sidebar, she loses shit all the fucking time, okay? I didn't say shit then. I'm going to say shit now. Lupita, get your fucking shit together. Figure it out. You have one job, is don't lose your shit. Anyways. So I just tell her, okay, where was the last place you had it? I remember they gave it to me at work. I folded it and I put it in my pocket. And then after work, everything I just told you. I went to Target. I came home and helped my mom with the baby, and I was in the room cleaning the whole day. I'm like, okay, so let's start one step at a time. Let's go check your car. We went to her Jeep. She only went in the driver's seat, and it wasn't there. And I'm like, well, since we're here, we'll check the whole car. It was not in the car. Okay, it's not in the car. What did you do once you came in? I helped my mom with the baby. Okay, where were you at? In the living room. Okay, we checked the living room. Even though there's some stuff in the living room because everything was in bags at the time that we're going to get rid of or donate or sell or something. Yeah. Thoroughly, like, the living room space is clear, but towards the wall is where our shit is at. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, our house is dirty, but it's not like hoarder dirty. You know what I mean?
Messy, not dirty.
It's messy, not dirty. Thank you for the words that I was looking for. That's how my house is. So I'm just like, fuck, what'd you do after that? I went to the room, and I've been in the room, and that I was hoping that we would have found it in the living room, because in the room, when I got home, I started helping her in the room too, and I was taking garbage out. I was like, boom, 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 filling garbage bags up and getting rid of shit. And I was like, if it was in there, I might have thrown it away, just because I'm on in my mind is like mode get rid of shit. So I'm just like, and she starts like stress crying, like, this is like I had one job. And I'm thinking that, but I know that if I say that, it's not going to help the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Probably not.
In my mind, I'm like, yeah, you think, but I just tell her, like, okay, baby, here's the thing. 3 things. Tomorrow morning when you go to work, you're going to ask work, maybe you left it at work. You know, if we can't find it here, maybe you left it at work, somebody grabbed it. If it's not at work, we're going to call Target. Because it was late already. It was like 10 o'clock by now after we had searched for everything. You're going to call Target. Target is not Walmart. Maybe there was a decent citizen who found it and turned it in. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, they would have kept that shit. Don't lie. If it's not at work and it's not at Target, you're going to have to cut your losses and tell your work to cancel the check, and hopefully they can cut you a new one. It might take a week or two, but at least that way.
Yeah.
And then I tell her, like, those are the 3 options. I'm fucking tired. I'm going to go to bed. And she goes, okay, sounds good. And she goes to the bathroom to, like, dry her eyes or whatever. And I go to my room, and I'm plugging in my phone. I'm going to set my alarm because I work the next day. I'm setting my alarms, and I hear her, Mondo, did you do this? And I'm like, something else. Like she found a mess or something, and it's getting blamed on me. So I'm just like, do what? And I hear her say, come out here. I get up, bro. I swear, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's been a long day. And I go and I walk. She's not in the bathroom. I thought she was in the bathroom still. She went back to the living room. She was sitting on the couch, and she had her she was like this, stressed. And she had told me, she looked up. She told me, and then when I got out there, she looked at me. She's like, "Are you fucking with me right now?" I'm like, what the fuck? I was trying to not get mad, but I'm like, what are you talking about right now? And she's like, and I look in the Alec. Disrespectively, obviously, the check was in the middle of the living room floor.
Like on the floor?
On the floor next to nothing. Next to fucking nothing. It wasn't like maybe it was under this. No, it was by itself next to nothing in the middle of the living room floor where we had just deeply looked. And I know that because kind of next to it was a receipt from Target. And that's because I'm like, well, here's the receipt from Target. Like, you were at Target. She thought I was fucking with her. And I think she's fucking with me a little bit. Like, even to this point. Because I'm like, you're fucking with me a little bit. You know what I mean? Because
you'll find out 5 years from now.
When I see but here's the thing: if she was fucking with me, she deserves an Academy Award because this bitch was crying. And then, like, yeah, she cries. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a not hard to make cry kind of person. That's a fucked up thing to say. I'm not saying I make her cry all the time, and I'm saying like she gets stressed and she's like, ooh, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean firsthand, actually. But it was the first time in a long time that I've felt like a chill, not go down my spine, but like down my soul. It was like, and I tell that story to my homie of mine. He's like, yeah, bro, you got, wait, how do you say duendes in English? What are duendes? Like the little fucking, like the garden gnomes that come to life. What are they called? Like, they're not elves because those are with Santa Claus. But like the one, they live in the forest, the little people.
Not leprechauns.
Kind of like leprechauns.
There's like sprites. There's
pygmies could be one.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, bro, you got fucking pygmies in your foot. I'm fucking with you. I'm like,
that's freak. Did I ever tell you about the story when I was moving out on my old house with my family? Because we lived there from 2000 to 2016. So like most of my life was there.
2000 to 2016, 16 years? Holy fuck.
And I was there one last, like, we weren't supposed to be there anymore. Like, the house had already sold, but I still had a key to the house. So I was, like, in the house one last time to, like, just kind of soak it in because I'm, like, leaving my childhood home. And I was sitting on we always thought this house was, like, Hallie, my wife, she, like, freaked out about it. She never.
Thank you for pronouncing her name. I read it on Facebook as Haley all the time.
Oh yeah, we've been Haley and Alex all of our life. Damn, ghost.
There's my pygmy.
But I was in there. She was always freaked out about the house. I was like, it's whatever. But because
you live there.
Yeah.
There's people that say this downstairs is fucked up, and I'm like,
well, like the back door used to just start shaking randomly, but we found out it was like the dryer would make the door shake.
Oh, okay.
So there's things that we started, but it was always kind of creepy. But I was sitting, like the house was completely empty, nothing left, and I was sitting on the mantle by the fireplace, and I was just sitting there, like kind of like taking it in, and I was like about to leave, And I just hear a huge fucking crash, like something fell up in my room because I was only in the room with hardwood floor up there.
And you guys had already got all your shit out?
Everything was gone. Everything was out of there, and I hear like something fell over and
Like
crashed.
that? Like just shit what you just heard right now?
And like a little bit of moving, and then that's when I was like, all right, I'm done with this house. I'm fucking out of here. Yeah, that was just kind of like, I'm like, I need to get out before, like, the door locks on me.
Yeah.
So that was like not the way I wanted to leave the house, but it was just like,
had that not happened, it would have been like a peaceful, like, thank you for letting us live here. And
but I would like, what would I have found up there? There's nothing up there. There's no brooms. There's no nothing. It was an empty house. Like
nothing.
I wasn't supposed to be in the house anymore.
Well, maybe, right? Possibility. You weren't the only person not supposed to be in the house that night.
I don't know. And I was just like, all right. And I told my mom that. Oh, I stopped off. I stopped off there because I was on a delivery for Jimmy John's. And I had to take a shit, and I still had a key to the house. So I just left a runny dump downstairs, and then got freaked out and left a runny dump in my pants. But yeah, that was like the last. Like I was like, all right, I'm done with this place. Like, thanks for the memories.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy
and
shit.
that was the last time you've been in there?
But my sister used to say like, oh yeah, I was watching TV and I saw someone sitting on the couch with us. Oh, so I was like, I don't know what that is. And I used to look up when I was little. I'd look upstairs when we were leaving, and I'd wave and be like, bye.
Oh, like before?
I don't remember that, but that freaks me the fuck out.
My mom told me when I was a baby that, like, when people would hold me up like this, like to play with babies, how you do?
Yeah.
That like, say you're holding me.
I can't.
Say you're holding me and I'm a baby, and I would look past you and be like, ah. And there's fucking nothing back there.
Yeah, that's the same thing with my cats, man. They'll look in a corner and just start meowing at something.
That's what I can't have animals. One, I'm going to get emotionally attached, and they don't live as long as we do, so I'm going to get heartbroken.
Yeah, I was talking to my wife. I'm like, man, this is going to be hard one day. She's like, they're like 1 year old. I'm like, I'm still thinking it's going to be tough.
If you get 15 years as a cat, those are good years.
Yeah, both my cats my childhood cats lived to 16. So.
Oh, 16? I'm telling you.
So, yeah, it's going to be rough. But, yeah, that was like, that was probably the last, like, freaky thing that happened to me. I'm wanting something more, but, like, nothing.
I thought I did, too. And then the feeling that I got when I felt that check, it wasn't cool. It was cool because it's like, what was this? Here's the reason why it was cool, because I had to be the rock. I had to be like,
it was nothing.
It was like, what if it was like you didn't put it in your pocket and it was in your pants like this whole time, and when we were looking, it dropped out. That was one of my options. Option 2 was when we were looking in the living room and I picked this up and looked under it, it was on top of it, and I shook it down, or you know what I mean? And option 3 was we're so fucking stressed we actually didn't see it, but that's like...
I mean, it could be one of those things, but it's always like you never know.
There's no way that I did not see it. Again, obviously we're stressed because of this move, but I saw the receipt. I saw the Target receipt, and that was still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was not there.
I guess there was this time when I was in my room, and then my wife called to me in the bathroom, and I was like, what?
You told me about that one.
Yeah, and then she was in bed the whole time.
Yeah.
But besides that...
I think my response to that one was I told you, right, that we heard somebody say, Mom.
Yeah.
In our house, and the kids were sleeping too.
Well, you've told me that place had some freaky stuff happen.
Did I? Okay, because that's what I'm getting to, is that this is not the first time that something's happened in this house. Something very, very, very similar has happened. This is our third time something happening like that. The first time, well, actually it's the second time, but the first time in that house that happened was we had not just moved in, but we hadn't been there for a year yet. Because we moved into the apartment when Lupita was pregnant. Selena's about to be 4.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. So Selena was a baby. Lupita told me to go get the I can't remember if it was a sippy cup or if it was a baby bottle, but she had just washed it and left it on the side of the sink on the dish strainer. Is that what it's called? Where you leave the dishes to dry?
The drying rack or something.
The drying rack. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You wash the dish, you shake it, and you place it here
mm-hmm.
so that it dries. Excuse me. Them peaches, bro. But, dude, go get it. I just put it there. I just washed it. I just saw it. It's there. Okay, I'll go get it. And I go, and guess what? It's not fucking there. There's like 2 cups in a bowl, and I moved the bowl, and it wasn't in the bowl. And I said, look, It's not there. She's like, Manda, you fucking pilot. It's fucking there. I just put it there. And I'm like, come see for yourself. And she came out and it was not there. She's like, oh, my bad. I thought it was there. It was lost for like almost a week, I would say. We go grocery shopping, I think. We go somewhere, I forget where it was, but we come back and we open the door to come home and I'm in the kitchen to put stuff away that we got. And it's on the fucking drying rack. Like, again, like where we had left it. Where she had left it, I guess. And it's like, again, one of those conversations where I'm like, are you fucking with me right now?
That's a common thing I've heard, though, that, like, you look for something and then you're, like, angry and then it's, like, right where it was said the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
but it wasn't there for days. This time it was for days.
That's 2 times. That is kind of freaky.
And that's in that house. The first time that it happened, it was actually here when we lived here still. But it wasn't like that though. This one is kind of creepier, but in a different way. Lupita was going to take a shower upstairs, and obviously when you live with other people, when you're gonna shower, you take the clothes that you're gonna change into with you into the bathroom, so you don't walk out all fucking naked or whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, to each their own. You know?
To each their own. Yeah. Everybody does what they do. You know what I'm saying? But Lupita took obviously the clothes she's gonna change into the bathroom with her. You take a dry towel so you can dry yourself off. And I'm upstairs in the living room watching TV. How one does. And then I hear her take a shower. The shower turns off. Mondo, what? Mondo, what? And I go, she's like, why'd you get my clothes? The fuck are you talking about? My clothes aren't in here. And I'm like, I've been watching TV this whole time. And she used the towel that was in there, unlocked the door, and came out. And she's like, why the fuck did you take my clothes? And her clothes that she was going to change into were on the couch next to me on the floor. Yeah, bro. It was a while ago. It was before we moved out, before Selena was born. So, and then she's like, you know what? It couldn't have been you because that door, the bathroom door, when you lock it from inside, you can't unlock it from outside. There's no way. And when she came out of the bathroom, it was still locked. I don't know. That one, it's freaky if that's true. The logical piece of shit mind that I have is like, you were walking towards the bathroom and dropped it and didn't know. That was my logical response to her because she started freaking out. You know, toxicas.
We got to do something just to, I don't know, scare us straight almost.
I want to, but I'm a bitch, dude. Like,
That's why I was talking to my buddy Ian, because when we were in Eastern Oregon, there's a little, like, old school cemetery on a hill because it's, like, a really rinky-dink small town. And I was telling him, we were sitting by the fire. I'm like, yeah, Mondo and I always talk about, like, we want to do a podcast in a cemetery or just do something like that. And then when it gets to the time that, like, it starts getting dark, I'm just like, fuck that, dude. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's so, like, you get confident until it gets dark out. Are we pussies? Is that what it is?
That is part of it. There's a saying in Spanish, and it goes, del dicho al hecho hay mucho trecho. Have you heard that shit before? It says del dicho al hecho. From talking about something to actually doing it is a long path. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can talk about it, but
talk the talk, no walk the walk.
Thank you. Yes, yeah. It's like that. It's very similar to that. So del dicho al hecho hay mucho trecho. And it's it's easy to talk about because I love it. I'm not gonna that's
here, you know?
That's one part that I can't deny is I do actually really like it, and it interests me to a disturbing level. But that feeling that I got when I saw her check on the floor, I was just like,
dude, when your stomach goes in your butt, it's a weird
That's what
feeling.
fucking happened, bro. I was like, hang on, Lupita, I gotta pick up my balls real quick.
My ass is on the floor.
It's like, well, that's not even that bad. Imagine some actual crazy shit happens. How would I react? How would you react?
Just walking and just like get pulled back or something. Like,
you think
not to say I have control over my piss and shit, but like I don't know if I would.
That's what I'm saying.
In that situation.
Yeah. Like, not only are vocals getting let loose, but also like probably possible bowel and urinary tract infections.
That was cool, but we gotta go. Like,
yeah. Like, oh, I hope.
Not scared. I
hope you recorded that. You don't know if you recorded that. We should go home and check. Like, let's check the footage now.
I got a wipe. Let's check it.
I don't know. Here's the thing, though. It's also like it's got to be also like everything. The more you do it, the more it becomes like second nature. Not second nature, but you become more used to it. You know what I mean?
Well, like we were talking about. I mean, it's a little different, but like you get desensitized to certain things you're around.
It could be too.
So like to a point, like if something slight happens, and like I think being touched would always freak you out.
I think so.
But at the same time, like, is that actually happening? Like,
Right.
I don't know. Like I've had times where I'm like, I have my hands down. Like I was home alone once because I have a VR headset. Like I bought that like in 2020 because I was alone, and no,
Bella Danger.
it doesn't work.
POV. It doesn't work. I'm sorry.
It's run by Mark Zuckerberg, so it doesn't. But I like was sitting there playing, and I just like I felt like I was being watched for a second, and it just like, and then my hands started getting really cold. But it was in the middle of the summer, and it was warm, and it was just like that kind of stuff. Like I don't know if, but like if I felt someone actually grab my wrist or something, like, and there's nothing there, I'm like done. I felt someone like pull on the controller a little bit, but like I am also in a different, like my mind's a little fucked up.
You're freaking out profiles. Yeah, right.
It's the ghost.
I don't know, man. I gotta experience it one time. We gotta go at least one time, and then if we decide after that we're pussies, then so be it. But
if it's anything like how we go fishing, like it's gonna take a minute.
It's gonna take a minute.
I don't know. I want to. I just like I don't know where to go. Like probably Portland is probably the place.
Portland's got some shit, I'm sure. If it finds you around here. No, but my buddy Fred, which by the way today's his birthday. Happy birthday to my man Fred. He's Hans Crazy Nomans. He has another podcast about paranormal shit. I think I've talked to you about him before, right? He's a fucking cool dude too, and he's investigated shit around here before.
Well, that's what we talked about though. Like as much as we want to do it, there's always the back of your mind. Like I don't want this where I live. Especially with you, like you got little ones running around.
I know.
And, you know, like me being a dad with cats, like
yeah, you don't want to traumatize them pussies. I traumatize a different kind of pussy.
4 pussies, me and my 3 cats.
My 3 cats. No, you know what, man? One time, fuck them kids. I'm down. We can do it one time.
We can try like loop or something. Like I heard once they renovated it, it's not as active just because like the reason things were happening is because stuff was getting vandalized.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that changes it.
Is that the place in Eugene that you guys went? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know where to go. I don't want to go somewhere like too like we have to get inside. Like I wouldn't mind it being a cemetery. But I don't know.
I don't know which way I would prefer because I never thought about that before. It's going inside.
I want to be able to run away and not worry that a door is locked.
Yes, that's being on the second floor and like your only option is out the window. Like but at the same time, you can get turned like if you're not paying attention, you can get lost and turned around if you're outside really quick. You can be running, thinking you're running towards your truck in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, you go to McMiniman's too.
Oh yeah.
I'm down for a beer.
No.
Oh, to go there.
But there's a movie that I watched where like they were in a haunted asylum and then they went in an elevator in their hotel room and when the doors open they're back in the asylum. Like I don't want to open the door and like.
Nah, that I don't.
He's dying over
That's
there.
Because he was
I know. I'm a dumbass. I'm sorry.
Here, you want another?
I'll have to send you a meme after this.
Oh, God.
Have I showed you it? Or like, what?
I'm still laughing.
I'll show you later. It's bad. No, dude. I mean, I'm about to say I'm down, but it's like, am I down?
I don't know. We gotta get one. We got our third.
You down? Provost is down.
I think it'd be fun just to like, just shoot. I don't know, just for the fuck of it.
He's told me this a long time ago. I think he was 16. I was 18.
Oh, so it was a while ago.
Hang on. Provost is telling a story that.
This guy, I don't want to be.
You're not gonna be on camera. Just talk to the mic.
All right. So this was a while back. Like Armando was 16. I was 18 at the
14
time.
years ago? You old fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck, and then when you say it like that.
yeah. He was telling me he wanted to go to do some paranormal stuff and shit. I was like, fuck it, I'm down, man. We never fucking did it.
14 years. He's been saying it every year.
Around to it, all right? I've been busy. I'm moving. That's why I'm moving.
I got ghosts in my place.
No, 14 years ago?
Yeah.
14 years.
Oh man, I'm catching up. I'm almost 30.
We'll get there, bro. Fellas. I'm working on it. I got something cooking. Don't
Let's
worry.
make a date. June something.
That's like next month. Because
Exactly.
June, like May is like tomorrow.
You big fat pussy.
By the time this.
Our birthdays are coming up.
Oh yeah, that's true. What are you doing May 27th? It's a Saturday. I might have a gig. Fuck that gig. What are you doing May 27th?
We're ghosts. Dude, that'd be a fun birthday plan.
It's 31. It's not that important.
Oh, dude, you should have came last year to his last.
We always talk about my fucking birthday on this podcast.
I heard you love your mom.
I do love my mom. I was crying to my mom that thank you for being my mom for 30 years.
His mom was cleaning him up and he was...
Because I threw up on myself, bro.
I mean, I'd do the same.
Yeah.
I threw up on myself and my mom was like, oh, my baby. And I was like, my mama.
I feel you.
But if you're drunk enough to throw up on yourself, you're already past the line of
I've never been that drunk.
don't do it. It's not fun.
That white bottle right
That's why it's up there. It's empty. That's the only empty bottle that's up there.
The gem and bolts?
Yeah.
Oh, mezcal.
The Profiles gave me that bottle for my birthday, and I just, as soon as he gave it to me,
here 5 minutes, man. He told me to open the bottle.
I drank it by myself.
Just through the bottle?
Yeah.
Damn.
That was bad.
You got to get the Breaking Bad stuff.
2 hombres?
Yeah.
I'm down. We should have it up there just fucking cuz. Which, by the way, I'm a rude host. I don't know if you're an alcoholic like how we are, but anything that's up there is up for grabs if you wanted anything, by the way.
Oh, like take it home? Okay.
Motherfucker. Well, you know what? Let's do it. June what? You can have a shot of that Crown. That's pretty good. That's Crown Apple. You're not a Crowny guy?
I'm a pothead. I'm not a boozer.
And you know what? You know what's really crazy? I can't do pot. I get paranoid. I want to sober up.
Yeah, we fucking smoke pot, and he's like, "Do you see the shadows up on the mountain?" When we're at
Shut the
fucking
fuck up. There were shadows up there. There was a
There were horses.
horses cast shadows, motherfucker.
Skinwalkers look like horses sometimes. You know what I mean?
It's because we went camping. Me, him, and that's a good story to talk about.
Yeah.
We went camping. Me, him, and Troy. The lights. Fuck you, Troy.
Love you, Troy.
We went camping. Which, by the way, it could have been really bad because we thought there was a campground out there on the Columbia River Gorge. We went like past the Dalles. Past the Dalles, but before. What the fuck is past the Dalles? Like not as far as Hermiston. We maybe like 30 minutes past the Dalles. East.
Yeah. Starts with an M. I can't remember.
No, it's that way still, but it's longer. But we weren't that far down. We thought there was a campground down there, so we had gotten all of our shit
There
ready to go
was. It
camping.
was closed because of COVID.
Fuck, that's right. There was a campground, but they were fucking closed because of fucking COVID-19, the pandemic. So we get down there, and we're like, what the fuck do we do now? You know, like we're here to camp, and there's no camping. And we were just driving around. We asked this other state park, and they're like, nah, no overnight bullshit. We're like, fuck. We were just driving, and we were not on I-84, but like on a side highway that kind of runs parallel with I-84. And there was a pull-off area, and it was right next to a lake, too. Like one of those lakes that are next to the big river. And we're like, dude, if we could camp here, this is going to be tits because we can fish all night. We can sleep right here.
It's a sick little spot.
We should go back there.
Troy
Okay.
and I got real close that night. We had to share a fucking sleeping bag in his tent. Or not his tent.
They were pitching tents.
The back of his car. Yeah, that was.
It was a warm night.
We're good buddies. You know?
We're
We're
good.
better buddies.
We're better buddies because of that. But
He's
dude,
got a third on the way.
we weren't sure if we could stay there though, so we called. Troy called.
It was Malala.
Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the fuck it was
I think
honestly.
that's what it was.
But Troy called and he's like, look, we came out here with plans of camping. It's closed because of COVID. There's this pull off. Are we good if we stay here? And didn't the lady say, it was like, you're not supposed to, but
It's fine.
it's fine, yeah. It's like, I'll put in a word saying, like, if there's a patrol that you guys are good.
No one bothered us.
Honestly, no one bothered us. It was pretty cool.
I like that spot. Yeah, we definitely should go back.
We should go back. We should go back with, like, a little craft, bro, because we were strictly restricted to the bank that time.
Yeah.
There were, like, cart busting. I feel like if we've, like, made a plan and figured it out, we can have a good
Yeah, it was a dope little spot.
But, dude, we did partake in the 420.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I wasn't expecting that. Troy
Little bit.
brought it out.
Troy was like, you guys down to party? And I'm like, I got my fucking stereo right here. And he's like, different kind of party. And I'm like, I'm still down.
We blasted some D, man.
We were playing Tenacious D, bro. It was the vibes were right, is what I was saying. So I was like, you know what? I'm already a couple beers in. We drank some of those. I don't know if you know.
You cracked one right when we stopped.
Yeah, we did. Have you seen the meme of Will Ferrell? He's like, hey, guys, we should probably set up camp before we start.
Yep. That was my first shot of the day.
That was me that time. And then we started fucking, after we set up, we didn't set up camp. We slept in the cars. After we established our presence, we started smoking a little bit. And then we were just kind of hanging out in our chairs. But, bro, this lake where we were by, there was a big-ass cliff. Huge. How many, like, 500, 600, 700 feet high.
Yeah, it was a big old
it was like
ridge right there.
Like the gorge. You've been to the Columbia River Gorge, right? It was like one of those. And the sun was like going down, but it wasn't all the way dark yet. And I'm fucking high, bro. I don't smoke. I'm not a smoker. For starters.
Me neither.
Bro, I was looking up on the ridge. I'm like,
you're like, do you see?
And then Troy looks at me. He's like, "The fuck is Mondo looking at? He's high. He's high off his ass. Mondo's tripping." And I'm over here like,
he would not. He was like, dude.
And I'm like, you guys think I'm tripping? And I was like, yeah, you're fucking tripping. And I'm like, look up here. And I'm like, I pointed to what I was looking at. And he's like, you see that shit? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. And they're like, y'all see that shit just move right now? Because that shit was fucking, bro, that shit was fucking moving, bro.
Well, then 5 more heads popped up right there.
Here's
it. Were cougars.
That's why we were tripping, because we thought they were mountain lions, and we're like, we're gonna get eaten tonight, and not the good way either, it's like, and it was really crazy because I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna trip out about that shit, and then we kept like eating the hot dogs or whatever the fuck we were eating, and I looked back about 5 minutes later, and that shit was gone, and that's when I was like, okay, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. You guys can hang out here if you want to.
But then Troy flew his drone that morning, and it was a bunch of.
It was a bunch of horses, yeah. Which, by the way, I don't know how, but that footage got corrupt.
Dude, that was such a sick shot.
It was such a sick shot because we saw it when he was flying it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he got home to dump the footage, it wasn't there.
What?
It was such a sick shot, bro, because he had a drone that day. So he flew his drone up to see what the fuck was up there the next morning. Bunch of wild, beautiful horses, bro. And we saw it, bro, because his drone was up there. But when you have a drone, you can see the screen right here of what it's recording. We saw it. But I don't know if he wasn't recording or if his drone was tripping out or what. But he didn't. He doesn't have that footage.
Dude,
he didn't record.
When I was in Eastern, I gotta send you the clip of the shot. But there's a bunch of antelope on the mountain, and I chased them with
In Oregon?
Yeah, in Eastern Oregon, there was a bunch of antelope. So I chased them with the drone up the mountain, and then when I went up over the mountain, the other mountain was covered in snow. It was so fucking cool.
You have that shot?
Yeah, I need to edit that video, but like, oh my god, dude, I was like just freaking out. I'm like, this is the shot. This is the shot.
You didn't? You're talking about when you went to the Snake to go catfishing?
Yeah.
I asked you if you did a video, and you're like, I didn't really bust out my cameras
I
because it
didn't
was
do
muddy.
it for the when we caught the catfish. I didn't have them because we only caught 2. Dude, it was so fucking muddy, like
ridiculously
caked with
bad
mud.
muddy.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back there. But speaking of freaky, there's some old fucking cemeteries there. But that's the Native American.
2
stuff.
birds, 1 cave. I'm just saying, we can knock out 2 fucking bucket lists on 1 road trip.
I don't know. I won't fuck with Native American spirits.
Is that Native American? Never mind.
There's
New
a lot
plan.
of- There's a lot.
Those are not my people.
Native American?
My mom is
We
Native
deal
somehow,
with-
but I don't know.
Old white spirits because they'll stay in place usually.
I'll say.
Oh God.
We're an hour and 5 in. What's it's 7? You're gonna have to fucking bounce here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go out, I wanna. Are you doing a cold volume 2? It's on there.
I've been.
Okay, for those who don't know, Alec has a series on YouTube called Cold Steel Series, right? That's what it's called.
Still Diaries.
It's Cold Steel Diaries. And if you're not on YouTube and haven't seen those, you should fucking reevaluate your life because, dude, those are the fucking shit. He dropped. Okay, you know what steelhead are? Brovos, they're fish, they're trout that have gone to the ocean and came back like how salmon do. So they're pretty much huge trout. Giant trout. Dude, there's a part of this. How many videos do you have total? Like 4 or 5?
4.
4, right? Yeah. It's a 4-part series. In one of these videos, bro, he's going out to try to catch steelhead in every one of these videos. There's one videos where he goes out with Evan, Oregon Real Fishing. Shout out, by the way.
Miss you.
And dude, they drop a GoPro. They're like on this river, and there's like a deep spot right here in the river. Alec, was it you or was it Evan who dropped the GoPro?
It was me on a rod. Yeah.
He on his fishing pole instead of a hook, he tied a GoPro to it. You know how GoPros are waterproof? Yeah. And he dropped it right in front of the cliff onto the bottom to see what was down there, and they let it go, and they reel it up and they check the footage. You're gonna have to check the Cold Steel Diaries to see what the fuck they found down there, bro. Dude, it
was pretty sick. So I filmed it, but I didn't catch one yet. So I think I might hold off until next year to like finish it off.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to see it though.
The footage looks really good.
I know. I think you should do it.
And I have like a whole thing written out, and I filmed a lot of it. But it's just I don't want to go 2 years without catching a fish. You know, because like I know it's hard to catch, but I feel like that's so long. 2 years of no fish caught besides other people.
I've told you that's why I don't do it, but
I need to do it though. Maybe I'll edit it. I need to start pumping content out, but now that it's nicer.
Worst case scenario, you put up content. That's the way I see it.
I know. It's been a while. I need to start.
Since I first saw you.
This will get me.
Once you see this, Alec, I'm talking to you at home.
Me right here.
Do cold steeries. Fucking, I'm not. I am not dyslexic.
You're dyslexic.
Dyslexic FA. Fuck ass. I think you should do it. If you don't want to upload it to YouTube, I can kind of understand that, but do it.
I want to. I just don't. I don't know. I don't need more shit from people on YouTube.
Fuck the haters, dude.
I'm starting to get shit on my
kayak
fishing.
They can shove it where they can. You know.
We'll see how it goes. I want to do it.
We'll see. Well, anyways, before I fucking forgot to do this before, but I wanted to just because people know who you are. But anyways, I want to have them, if they haven't seen you yet, if they can follow you on all the socialities. Let's wait for profiles to turn this camera on, and then look into this camera, which by the way, you took, so you should know very well.
Oh yeah.
And tell them where they can find you.
Northwest Fishing 18 on Instagram, Northwest Fishing on TikTok, Northwest Fishing on YouTube. That's about it. No OnlyFans yet. Only fishing.
Only fishing. Oh, yeah, baby. And if you guys need real estate fucking video work done.
Yeah, if there's someone randomly out here that needs video work done, I'm your guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hit me up.
And it's not just real estate, by the way, because you did a landscaping video too, and you did some other shit too. So
I'm freelance, so it's whatever's needed.
Whatever you need shot, I'll shoot it, except for your baby mama, because that's some other fucking.
I mean, if the
the money's right, we can talk. You know, if the check appears in the middle of the living room, we can talk about it.
It's got a price tag, you know.
Everything's got a price, and mine is not that much. Thank you guys so much thank you for fucking coming on. I fucking appreciate it. I love it every time you come on. The Go Deeper podcast on all social medias. And I think that's about it. Until next time. I promise to be on here more often. I hope.
Peace.